In an attempt to excuse his inappropriate performance on the 2009 American Music Awards, which was broadcast on ABC, which is licensed by the FCC on the public airwaves, Adam Lambert pointed to the performances of other artists.
Like Idol, I guess I have a tendency to divide people. Apples and oranges. You either like it or you don't.
Now that you have had time to think about the children, your child fans, do you feel that you need to apologize to them?
I think it's up to the parents to discern what their child's watching on television.
Well, but they had no idea they were about to see something like that on TV.
And you know, just to play devil's advocate with you, Lady Gaga smashing whiskey bottles, Janet Jackson grabbed a male dancer's crotch, Eminem talked about how Slim Shady has 17 rapes under his belt. There was a lot of very adult material on the AMAs this year, and I know I wasn't the only one. I'm not using that as an excuse, and I don't have any offense. I didn't take any offense with those performers' choices.
One of the artists he called out by name was the rapper Eminem, who in opening his performance bragged that his record included 17 rapes, 400 assaults, and 4 murders. As you heard, Adam Lambert then defended Eminem's act and Janet Jackson's groping of a dancer's genitals. No, Adam, Janet was just as wrong as you were, and pertaining to Eminem's glorification of rape, assault, and murder is just as inappropriate on a TV 14 rated program specifically targeting you starting at the age of 14.
Ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've all been waiting for. In this corner, weighing 175 pounds, with a record of 17 rapes, 400 assaults, and 4 murders. 17 rapes, 400 assaults, and 4 murders. With a record of 17 rapes, 400 assaults, and 4 murders. The undisputed, most diabolical villain in the world, Slim Shady.
Consider, if you will, the gang rape of a 15-year-old girl outside of a Richmond, California high school homecoming dance in October 2009. Authorities described a 2.5-hour assault on the young girl at the Richmond High School campus in suburban San Francisco. While 10 teenagers and young adults are believed to have participated in the rape, at least 10 more stood by and watched.
The crime itself was sickening enough. A Bay Area teenager gang raped after her homecoming dance Saturday night in Richmond.
But now police are looking for as many as a dozen people who watched it happen and did nothing. Cecilia Vega joins us now from Richmond. Cecilia, there were witnesses to this who just stood by?
As many as a dozen, potentially, police are saying, and those are the people who stood by. Police are also saying there could be as many as 7 actual rapists in this case. The police say some people actually walked by and participated in this crime. No one called police, and to make matters even worse, authorities are telling us that some of these people may have recorded this entire rape on their cell phone cameras.
Authorities in Monroeville, Alabama are investigating the gang rape of a 14-year-old girl allegedly set up by her 14-year-old female friend. The victim in the sexual assault wound up in intensive care in a Mobile hospital after suffering horrific injuries and a tremendous loss of blood.
A district attorney in Alabama says he's considering charging a 14-year-old girl with helping arrange the gang rape of a classmate. The Monroe DA says the girl could be charged as an accomplice in the attack based on these comments to a local TV station.
Yes, we all agree. And I said, Steve, I have a friend on the other line. She want to have sex tomorrow. He was like, oh, okay, that's fine.
Her statement that she gave you is inconsistent with what she's told us.
The girl was in custody for a short time, but later released. The DA says the victim came forward last week. The suspects are 16, 17, and 20 years old. The victim told police the attack began as consensual sex, but that she repeatedly said no when all 3 boys joined in. The girl under investigation is dating one of the suspects. The victim required surgery after the attack and was in intensive care for 3 days.
Do you remember Darion Albert? Darion was the 16-year-old honor student in Chicago beaten to death with railroad ties right outside private school. More than 30 children were killed in Chicago last year, and city officials believe that total will be exceeded this year. Now you might ask, what does all this have to do with the American Music Awards? The American Music Awards specifically targets youth beginning at the age of 14 years old, and it is a showcase of corporately financed and promoted music. Much of its content is unfit for broadcasting on the public airways. For those who do not understand the power of media, Malcolm X once said that media is the most powerful entity on earth because it controls the minds of the masses. Legendary advertising executive William Birnbach said that the users of mass media are the shapers of society. Psychiatric studies have shown that when youth are constantly exposed to sexualized content, they are more likely to get pregnant or get another teen pregnant. The same can be applied to youth who are constantly exposed to violent content in our society. Survey data from the Kaiser Family Foundation indicated that many parents are concerned about the amount of sex and violence that their children see on television. But many parents do not understand the available rating systems for television and other media. And only 6% of parents of young children are aware that the American Academy of Pediatrics has recommended that children under the age of 2 years old not watch televisions or videos at all. The amount of television to which young people are exposed suggests that despite their concern, parents are not effectively limiting their consumption. Ultimately, it is up to parents to limit or control their children's exposure to content saturating our society. As the producers of mass media, corporate America bears a lot of responsibility because they are the shapers of our society and control the minds of many of the masses. They have a responsibility to properly label their content and keep inappropriate content off the public airways per FCC guidelines. The FCC has to do a better job in regulating the content on the public airwaves and handing out fines where appropriate. In order to make sure the FCC is fulfilling its duties, legislators and other political leaders must exert pressure upon the FCC. In order to get legislators and our government leaders to pressure the FCC, parents, educators, youth advocates, and concerned private citizens must pressure their legislators to address this problem. It should be plain to see that media is having a negative impact on our youth and thus a negative impact on society in general. It is up to us all to limit the impact of negative media on our society by any means necessary.
The Black Talk Media Project is building better black media and needs your help. Make a donation today at blacktalkmediaproject.org. Preparing for the future today.